Hi, Rich Carrubba for bowlingball.com. I want to talk to you senior bowlers who are preparing for competition. And this is part two in a three-part series of articles and little videos dedicated to you senior bowlers. Oftentimes as the years go by, 55 and older, 60, 65 and older, it's hard to keep up with the younger bowlers. They're powerful, the ones that can really throw a lot of hook ball, a lot of speed, a lot of revs, can play the lane with a sweeping hook, and sometimes the lane conditions favor that, and it's very difficult to keep up with the pace of scoring if you're not competing in your own age category. So that's the number one thing. Look for events to compete in. When you're competing against players in your own general age range, it gives you a better chance. There's no reason you shouldn't be competitive on up well into your 70s if you stay strong, your legs are in shape, and you exercise. We talked about that in part one. One of the things, though, that you need to do is pay attention to your bowling ball equipment. Now, I'm not going to name specific bowling balls right now in this video, but we have an article on our website at Bowlversity called How Senior Bowlers Can Prepare for Competition, and it's part two. And if you check that, you'll see some recommended bowling balls for various lane conditions. Or you can use our perfect scale rating feature right on our website. Click on the portion of the graph that matches the volume of oil you're trying to target your next piece of equipment to match up with, and it'll give you some suggestions, okay? So the thing that you need to do, though, is experiment with the bowling ball surfaces, and that is the screening procedures that all the pro shops can help you with. You can bring your equipment in, and you can practice with or experiment with different grits of pads screening the ball and do several layers of screening, one on top of the other. For example, if you want to fight oil, maybe you don't want a real heavy grit final finish, but you might start with 500 grit and then layer it with 1,000, something like that. Or if you want to make it the other way around, you could start with 1,500, then rescreen it with 1,000, and then rescreen it with 500 grit. The lower grit, the more aggressive the ball cover will be, the more texture you'll apply to the surface, and the more it will adhere or create friction on the lane surface to help fight a lot of front end heavy oil. Same with the other way. For drier lanes, you might want to start with a medium grit and then work your way up to, from say 1,500 to 2,000 and then up to 4,000 perhaps. You can use these layered techniques to make sure there's some texture underneath the ball, even though you get finer on top of it. But you need to practice on the lanes after you do that, so you really know exactly how to prepare the surfaces of your bowling ball to match conditions you anticipate competing on. Also, the same goes with polishes, and some polishes have more grit than other polishes. So although they'll all help your ball slide, you still want to be able to have some friction, and you want that ball to react very predictably at the break point to the pocket. The two things that you want to look for in ball motion is get your ball to transition smoothly in the mid lane and then again at the break point to the pocket. No surprise hooks. Number one, control is more vital than anything. That's number one. So you don't need balls to skid flip where you can't control them. Skid flip balls are good on those very, very dry lanes, but most of the time, just a smooth, continuous arc. The whole thing is the cover of the ball. Take the existing equipment you have, work with it in the pro shop, get out to the practice lanes, and I think you'll learn a little bit more about your bowling balls, and secondly, you'll know what to purchase next. We've got some wonderful opportunities here to get any type of ball you need right on our website at bowlingball.com, so don't be bashful. Just check out the site, read about articles, and watch videos, and it'll help you make your final decision. Well, I hope some of these tips help, and good luck in your next competition. Thank you.